This isn't about you having this done today and go, oh crap, I'm left behind. Why don't I have a high ticket? I'm such a fool. I'm not doing this at the highest level. Do not. That is the dumbest conversation in the world. All it could do is hurt you. It took me years to figure this out. And guess what? I would do it all over again. What a value ladder is the evolution of your client when they buy a product from you. So I want to give you an analogy. I thought about this yesterday, and it was so like, I got to share it. Again, if you already get this, this is just a great reminder. It'd be a good way for you to explain it to your team. If not, I really want you to think through this. So my daughter pitches in softball. She's been pitching since she was about 8 years old. I'm the one that catches for her. It's amazing. 2 days ago, she's in 9th grade. She just tried out for the junior varsity team, and she made the team. She's going to be the starting pitcher for her JV team. I'm so happy for her because thanks for the fake cheer there. But she went to this particular high school just to pitch because they have a good team. But I want to share something with you of what a value ladder is. And whether you want to call it a value ladder, client journey, I want to demystify. I want to take away this feeling of like, ooh, I got to sell a high ticket. So my daughter online, when she was probably 12 years old, finds on YouTube a video that she liked teaching how to pitch in softball, right? It was a great video, some great training. She learned a lot. It was a great way to get her started learning from other people. That's why I said get started. So after she watched a while, she came to me and said, hey, Dad, I see that this guy has a $47 course. Can I buy it? I said, sure. So she gets the $47 course on how to pitch better. Okay? Now, a $47 course is, and this is the stuff we're going to learn, you get all you need. The fundamentals are there, how to stand, how to get momentum, how to throw, how to kick, how to do a 4, how to go to your nose, all these things that I've learned. I get girls pitching now so well. I've been catching for my daughter for years. She got a $47 course, but then she started to get more serious. And she came to me, Dad, and said, I don't know if this is enough, Dad. Is there another level? And we got with this coach, and he was doing, for $200 a month, $200 a month, my daughter twice a week could go to this field where he was coaching about 5 or 6 other girls, and for $200 a month, she could go there. And she went, and it was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. She started getting better, and all of a sudden I realized my daughter was taking this really serious. And once we got here at $200 a month, I realized, what's next? Because it wasn't enough anymore, because some of the girls in the group were kind of dabbling. My daughter was starting to take it serious. So we got with him, we got with her coach Dennis, and said, what's next? And for $1,000 a month, now Dennis, twice a week, for an hour and a half to 2 hours a shot, comes to our house. Make sense? Now here's what I want to share with you. This is a value ladder. Who would think that a pitching coach has a high ticket offer? He does. It's $1,000 a month. Could be $800, could be $1,000, could be $1,200, depending on how much you see him. But here's the part that I really want you to understand. Dennis, this pitching coach, doesn't hold anything back. It's not like his YouTube or a $47 course was terrible. This was everything. There's a lot, the same training that was in YouTube is a lot of the same thing he teaches my daughter every single week. You see, the biggest objection, and I know most of you don't need this, but some of you do. Some of you think it's like, do I have to hold stuff back? Or what's the value? The value is in going deeper. The value is unpackaging the wisdom. The value is keeping people accountable. The value sometimes is being a part of a group. See, here, this was going deeper and group accountability. This one was the deepest focus on the results that she wanted. Is it making sense? And do you think I was like, that bastard Dennis, how could he charge $1,000 a month for my daughter? No, I was excited that he gave that opportunity of his time to go deeper. When he's here, he's focused specifically on my daughter. And my daughter, I want to tell you something, her growth between here and here was unbelievable. Completely different world. And this is the opportunity you give and can help other people with your high ticket offer. When you unpackage what you're going to teach, and all of a sudden you have a 1 to 5, a 1 to 10, a 1 to 1, whether that's a coaching session, whether that's a Zoom call, whether that's in person, this is where we unpackage and create a high ticket. Now, you could start on all these levels and go up the value ladder. Some people go straight to the high ticket. It's like, the only thing I do is coaching in your house. It's $1,000 a month, right? There's no wrong answer. But this is the part when you see somebody that you know is doing 7, 8 figures. And I'm not saying you just incorporate this and you're rich overnight. I will disclaim that always. What I'm showing you though is how this goes to be a real business. I want to use an example here. Let's do writing your own book. Okay? When you create an elegant high ticket offer, I want you to remember that it's people will feel what's next rather than why this. So would you please write that down for me? You want your clients to feel what's next, not why this. Think if you create something elegantly, YouTube, man, that was good. What's next? Oh, this $47 course, this is great. But I need a little more help. What's next? Oh my God, this group accountability and being with other people. That's pretty cool. I maxed that out. What's next? Could you imagine if you got here and the coach was kind of a bum, didn't show up on time, and then he said to you, hey, I know you're paying $200 a month, but your kid's kind of all right, whatever. But if you give me $1,000 a month, then I'll do good. You'd be like, what the hell's this? Compared to what's next. I love this guy. And if he had a next level, I'd probably take it. Now that's just me. But here's the cool thing about someday having all of these is because we can do things for free and help people that may never buy from us, and that's okay. That's called goodwill. That's called karma. That's putting good out in the world. Does that make sense? Who in here has ever learned something free from maybe me or Tony Robbins or somebody else through a podcast, through an Instagram, through a Facebook? You learn something, you're like, damn, that was good. It's just goodwill, right? Some people can get a course and just do it on your own. I got everything I need, don't need help, I'm disciplined. Some people would be in a group. Some people want the whole thing. You're doing different people a disservice if you don't have each of them. Right now, if you are starting in the knowledge business or you're doing pretty well, I'm going to encourage you to max out as many sales as you possibly can before you move into paid advertising. Moving into paid advertising, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube, podcast, it's all coming in your future. It's not about not doing. You're good. If you want to get to the size I believe you want to get to, someday you will do paid ads. Maybe you already are. It's a part of the evolution. I would just encourage you before you go to paid, start generating money. There's enough ways to do it through organic methods and online for free. And some of that you're going to be learning today, okay? But someday you're going to get to ads. And let me give you a little secret when it comes to ads. You know who wins? Let me see if there's any of my students. Who wins the online ad game? Do you know who wins when it comes to ads and paying for advertising? Whoever can pay the most to acquire a client. You guys should write that down. Who wins online is those that can pay the most to acquire a client. Okay? So let's do a little exercise here. I wrote this down this morning. And this is how I do a lot of my stuff. It's in my journal, all highlighted, ready for you. Let's say you teach people how to write a best-selling book. Okay, excuse the sloppy writing, selling. Okay, how to write a best-selling book. And you do, remember you could come in any of these, but I'm gonna go through the whole ladder. And you do some cool Facebook and YouTube and Instagram free content. This is how you lay out chapters. This is how you think through your book. This is a good way to title a book. This is the best way to list your book on Amazon. Some cool free information. You guys get that? And I'm sorry it went by so quick. The person who said you want to teach people or you are teaching people to write books, I'm going to lay out your blueprint right now. But it doesn't matter what you do. Think through this. But then let's say you create a $297 just badass course on how to write a best-selling book. You don't leave anything out. This is the part I want to tell you. This is why I believe Tony's been in business for 45 years and me for 25, and we've been able to touch the lives of millions of people. I've had more success than I could ever imagine possible. I have dyslexia and I'm a multiple New York Times bestseller and all these cool things. It's because of this strategy I'm sharing right now. Never leave anything out. Don't make it a bait and switch. Don't make it like, I'll sell you for $297, but if you want the real magic, give me more. Give everybody everything. Because when you do, there's a certain percentage that need more help, okay? So you create the best selling or the best possible $297 course on how to write a book, and it is magical. And then let's just say I teach something called the wagon wheel of marketing, right? You have all these different ways. This is your offer for your $297 offer. It could be Facebook, Facebook groups, right? Facebook groups and your Instagram and email and friends and YouTube, and the list goes on, right? I call it a wagon wheel because it's different spokes driving to your offer. I'm not going to teach that today, but just think about it. It could be referrals, friends, Facebook group, YouTube, affiliates, anything. You're driving people to get this $297 offer, and like I'll say, utilize all free ways first. Make some money first. Proof of concept. Then you go into paid advertising, right? But let's just say with all the work you've done, okay, you sold 100 courses at $297. So that is $29,700. Amazing. And that is $297 value per client. Everybody getting that part? Right? You do all the marketing, you learn if you're a part of our family, or you get more education, or what you learn here. You are pounding the streets to get as many people to get your $297 course on how to write a best-selling book, and you are so proud of it, you left nothing out, right? You sold 100 of them, which is $29,000, $297 a client that comes in. So let me ask you this. How cool would it be if you could spend $100 to get a $297 sale? How cool would that be? On a scale of 1 to 10, how cool would that be? And if you could spend $100 to get a $297 sale, who would spend as many of those $100 bills as you possibly could, right? It'd be like you put $100 in a slot machine, you would pull that lever every time you could. Let me ask you this, a scale of 1 to 10, I said 10. Okay, what if it cost you $297 to get a $297 sale? Are you just as excited? You spend $1, you get $1 back? No, look at all the notes. Meh. I like meh. Nina, that was good. Meh, right? You spend $297 to get $297. Let me just ask you something. What if you had to spend $400 to get a $297 sale? Anybody want to be partner with me if I said, hey, Nicole or Stephanie or Mary or Michelle or Tina or Jody or Chris, how about we go partners? I have this campaign where we sell a $297 course. And here's the cool part. We only have to spend $400 to get a $297 sale. Would you like to be my partner on that? You'd be like, hell no. Like, what are you talking about? It's like you're buying, you know, a vase for $1. You want to sell it for 50 cents. You think you'd be profitable? No way. Doesn't seem to make sense, does it? What if I said, how about we spend $700? Spend $700 to get a $297 sale. Then you'd think I was nuts. You'd be like, I thought this guy Dean knew what he was doing. This is ridiculous. You got to spend 100, right? Or do you? Let's watch this math. So now you got $297. You sold 100 courses. But like me with Dennis, some people are going to go through your kick-ass course, and what are they going to say? Put it in the chat. What are they going to say after they go through your kick-ass $297 course on how to write a book? Oh my God, you guys learned so quick. Look what everybody's saying. What's next? So now you could put this could be any price. What if you had a $5,000 4-day immersion class that you could do at your local hotel, you could do at your office, or you're doing it on Zoom. And in those 4 days, you're only putting 10 people in the room. In those 4 days, you're going to take somebody through everything. Everything you already taught them, but you're going to keep them accountable. Just like my daughter being in that group of for $200 a month, you're going to We're going to name your book. We're going to lay out the chapters of your book. We're going to write the first paragraph of each chapter. We're going to write the open. We're going to write the conclusion. Then we're going to go through the 3 steps on how to launch your book, how to market, and how to become a bestseller on Amazon. That's going to be a 4-day immersive class. And guess what? If the numbers just hold steady to what I've done for more than 2 decades, about 10% will upgrade. About 10% of people will say, what's next? I want that. 90% say, I'm good with the course. 10%, could be 20. You're going to meet a girl, Shenda something in the other room, that when she helps people go to the next level, it's more like 30%. But I'm going to use something really conservative and say 10% of the people say, yes, that what's next is for me. Let me just ask you, if you wanted to write a book, tell me that doesn't sound appealing, a 4-day immersive event to get your book done. If 10% of 100 is how many? 10 people, right? So 10 people, it's $5,000 each, there's 10 people. That is $50,000. 10 times 5 is $50,000. Okay? Now let me ask you something. What is 10% of $5,000? 10% of $5,000 is $500. Because you're doing it with them. You're providing value in a big way, just like when my team was. Just making sense to everybody? But wait a minute. What just happened to my $297 value client, Renz? What just happened to them? They're worth $797 right now, aren't they? And this is where your best students are going to come. They're going to get the best results. They paid for speed. They're all in. They're going to write the book, get it done. And all of a sudden, it's $797 value per client. I wasn't so crazy when I said we could pay $700 a client, was I? But guess what? Out of this, there's going to be, and this is, can I promise you, I love what Tony Robbins says. Everybody overestimates what you can do in a year, and you underestimate what you can do in 5. This isn't about you having this done today and go, oh crap, I'm left behind. Why don't I have a high ticket? I'm such a fool. I'm not doing this at the highest level. Do not. That is the dumbest conversation in the world. All it could do is hurt you. It took me years to figure this out. And guess what? I would do it all over again. Over time, it might take you 6 months. It might take you a year to get there. It might take you 3 years to get there. But eventually, you'll have, if you are creating a course on how to write and create a best-selling book, you'll have a $15,000 product. And 3% of the people will end up taking that. What's 3% of 100? It's 3 people. 3 people, if we bring it down here to be even, if it's 3, is $45,000. What's 3% of 100? 3% of 100 is $45,000, but 3% of 100 is what? Did I do this wrong? Oh, yeah, 50. Oh, no, 3% of 15,000 is plus $450, which equals, I did this earlier, so I don't have to do the math, which equals 12,247. This equals $124,000. And this equals $1,247 per client. Now, what's this $15,000? It's some of the same stuff you put in the course. It's some of the same stuff that's here, but maybe this $15,000 course, it is 4 days with me, 2 times over 6 months, and we are going to write your book together. We are going to get it done, and it's done with you. You are not leaving this course until you have your bestseller done and launched. So some people say, man, I'm inspired by YouTube. I'm going to go figure this out. Cool. Some say, I got this $297 course. That is all I need. But 10, maybe 20% are like, man, I got the course. I'm just not getting the results I want. I need accountability. I need someone to show me how to do this. I need someone to help me name this. I need someone to help me answer those questions. Or when I get mental writer's block, how they help me through it. I'm going to that $5,000 class. And some of you get so close, you go, I'm a writer. This is what I'm doing for the rest of my life. I'm going all in. I want the $15,000 one-on-one immersion, just like my daughter with that coach. I'm cutting the check because I am all in. I'm doing whatever it takes, and I'm going to be a best-selling writer. When we get done, this client, because of high ticket offers, whether this is $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, or $10,000, high ticket offers, allow you to impact more people. They allow you to impact more people, while at the same time, create more revenue. What's up, what's up? Hey, don't forget to look at the action steps we've posted below. They are the perfect way to take your success, abundance in this crazy world to a whole nother level.